All right, welcome back to another on-base baseball video. My name is Brian Hafferkamp, and I'm the designer and creator of On-Base Baseball. In this game, we're continuing our 2022 Braves Instant Replay, where I replay every first game of every series of 2022. I'm using the Zips projected stats. To do this, one caveat in this game is I didn't get to the stats until today, which is the 21st. So these stats are actually from after this game that I'm about to play, not before, which is usually, I usually get to those the day of the game, but didn't do that yesterday. So this is actually, the numbers might be skewed a little bit, especially for Acuna and Ozuna, but I don't think it's going to be such a big deal. They both had good games yesterday. We have the Braves at the Marlins, so Atlanta at Miami, and this is a 3-game set down in Miami. So going for the Braves, it's going to be Acuna Jr. leading off, Olsen at first, Albies at second, Riley at third, Ozuna playing in the outfield today, Ozuna in left, d'Arnaud at catcher, d'Arnaud catching. Adam Duvall in center, Swanson at short, and Travis Demeritte is playing right field. The Braves have decided not to put Acuna in right field, as that's the field where he hurt his knee last year, so keeping him away from there while he's still recovering. And for the Marlins, it's going to be Jazz Chisholm, Aguilar at first, Jorge Soler is DHing, Avisel Garcia in right, Brian Anderson at third, Jesus Sanchez in center, De La Cruz is in left, and Jacob Stallings catching, and Miggy Rojas at short. Going for Miami, it'll be Trevor Rogers, the left-hander, and for Atlanta, Charlie Morton, a right-hander. Morton a 3.77 FIP can go 24 batters, and Rogers a 3.80 FIP can go 22 batters. So pretty evenly matched here. I think, very top heavy here. And the Marlins actually have some better hitters than you might think, or better than maybe they've been in the past up and down the lineup. So we'll see. They have 3 guys who are 10 plus batting runs, so they'll be hitting out of this third column. They actually have 3, 4, 5 batters who will be hitting out of this second column. The Braves have 4 batters, 2 of which will be hitting out of the first column for batters. So Olsen and Acuna are in the 30 plus range. So should be a good matchup. Up and down the lineup, the Marlins should have guys who can hit the ball better maybe than in the past. And the Braves definitely top heavy in their top 4. But Ozuna is coming quickly. He had another home run last night, so his bat is starting to heat up. And d'Arnaud, the ever steady d'Arnaud, and Swanson has been their most consistent batter, really, throughout the season. Just strikes out too much, so his batting runs are pretty low. All right, so let's get this game started. This is going to be the Braves at the Marlins 2022. This is played on May 20th. I'm recording on May 21st. And it will be Trevor Rogers against Acuna, Olsen, and Albies to start the game. There's a 4-6, and Rogers is pitching out of the second column, so is Charlie Morton. So a 4-6 here is nothing. To a 31, a 4-6 is going to be a strikeout. So Rogers gets Acuna early and brings up Matty Olson. There's a 2-2 to Olson. 2-2 here is going to be a double out of the pitcher column. So Olsen hits one down the right field line, down into the corner, and he's standing at second base now with 1 out. A 4-5 to Ozzie Albies, who is an 11, and a 4-5 to an 11 is going to be a base knock. So that's a single for Albies. That's right up the middle. And going to hold Olsen right now. Might be a mistake, but he's only a 4 speed, so don't really want to chance that, especially with Riley coming up. That's a 3-3, and this could be big trouble as there's nothing here. and a 3-3 to a 21. That's going to be a double for Riley. So 2 doubles in the inning, 3 hits in a row. And we are going to try to score Albies on this one. So that's a double lace down the left field line. I usually like to use these just like I do with the outfield. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So sort of around the outfield this way. So lace down the left field line. That's going to be 1 run in. That's Olson. Albies is headed to third, and they are going to send him from third. His speed is a 7, so anything 1 to 7 here, he's safe at home. And he does get in just ahead of the throw. And so that's going to be a 2 RBI double for Austin Riley, and the Braves take a quick 2-0 lead. Marcell Ozuna to the plate, a 3-4. 3-4 to a 4 is going to be another double. So 3 doubles in the inning. The Braves are doubles happy, and that's going to be an RBI for Marcell Ozuna. Brings up Travis d'Arnaud, a 2-3 to d'Arnaud, a 2-3 to a 3. Will be a ground out to third base with an error check. No error on the play. So he looks the runner back at second, goes 5-3 on the putout, and that's out number 2. 2 down and 1 on for Adam Duvall. That's a 4-6 to a -4. That's a double play or a strikeout. We'll take the K there, and Rogers bookends the inning with strikeouts. But the Braves do get 3 runs on 4 hits, and they do leave 1 runner on, and they take a 3-0 lead into the bottom of the first inning. Charlie Morton will be facing Chisholm, Aguilar, and Jorge Soler. There's a 5-6 and a 5-6 to a 16. Will be a hit by pitch or a walk. So this D9 is greater than 2, so it's going to be a walk. So Morton puts Chisholm on. Let's try to steal with Chisholm, and his speed is a 6, so any D9 roll 1 to 6 will be safe. And they get him. d'Arnaud guns him down. So we're going to go caught stealing, and that'll be out number 1. So tough break there for the Marlins, and Aguilar stands in. Nobody on and 1 out. That's a 2-3. 2-3 is going to be a ground out with an error check. So a ground ball to the 8 and 9 on a D9 is a ground ball to second base. So we'll check Albies. Albies, no problem. And he makes the play over to first to get Aguilar for out number 2, and brings up Jorge Soler. A 5-5 to a 15 is going to be a line out or a pop out if it's a D9 is a 7 or greater. It's a 6, so that's a line drive to the right fielder. And Demerit comes in hard and makes the play. And that is a 0 for the Marlins in the first inning. So we head to the top of the second. Atlanta's up 3-0. It'll be Swanson, Demerit, and then back to the top of the order with Acuna. It's a 3-5. A 3-5 to Swanson, who's a 5, is going to be a strikeout. So Rogers with back-to-back strikeouts now. Brings up Travis Demerit, who has been playing well for the season. He's sort of getting back into playing regularly. It's a 1-5. 1-5 to a 1. 1-5 to a 1 is going to be a single. So base knock for Demerit. He stands at first base with nobody out. 1 out. And Ronald Acuna Jr. stands back in. He gets another 4-6. Another 4-6 is going to be a double play this time. That's going to be a strikeout. So this time of the looking variety, so not a good day for Ronald so far. There's a 4-5 to a 3-6. This is going to be jacked. So that is hit high and deep to center field. To right center field, actually. And Olson deposits this one into the stands for a 2-run home run. And that's going to drive in Demerit from first, who scores on the home run. And the Braves are up 5-0 now. Brings up Ozzie Albies with nobody on and 2 outs. That's a 5-6. 5-6 to Albies is going to be a hit by pitch or a walk. So it's going to be a walk for Albies. He stands at first with Riley up. A 3-4 to Riley. And that's going to be a double again. I think he had a 3-4 last time, right? Nope. He had a 3-3. So this is a 3-4, nothing here. And a 3-4 to a 21 is going to be a home run chance, or a strikeout if it's an 8 or greater on the D9, it's a 7. And so that's going to be the second home run of the inning for the Braves, another 2-run shot, as Riley goes yard opposite field to the right center field gap, and that will score 2 more, and now the lead is 7-0. This game is getting out of hand very quickly. It's a 1-3 to a 4 to Ozuna. So a 1-3 to a 4 is going to be a ground out, a little tapper out in front of the plate that Stallings takes care of for the third out of the inning. But the Braves get 4 more on a couple of 2-run jacks, one by Olson, one by Riley, and the powerful Braves are flexing their muscles in this one. It's 7-0 as we head to the bottom of the second inning. It'll be Avisail Garcia, Brian Anderson, and Jesus Sanchez against Charlie Morton. That's a -3, 2-3 to a -3. It is going to be a ground out with an error check, so it's a grounder to Albies. Albies up to it again, and over to Olson at first for out number 1. It's a 2-6 to a 12. 2-6, nothing happening here. And a 2-6 to a 12 is going to be a single with an error check, so that's a single down the left field line. And we'll see if there's an error on Ozuna. There's not. He makes the play. And that's the first base knock for for the Marlins as Anderson stands at first base with 1 out. Jesus Sanchez to the plate. There's a 5-5 to a 3. That's going to be a line out or a foul out. It's a foul out here because the D9 is greater than 6. So we'll call that out number 2. And there's a 1-2 to a 10. A 1-2 to a 10 is going to be a ground out. And that's to Riley. Riley to Olson for out number 3. No runs on 1 hit for Miami. They leave 1 on, and we head to the top of the third inning. 7-0 Atlanta in this one. It'll be d'Arnaud, Duvall, and Swanson against Trevor Rogers, who is struggling in this game, struggled last night. And Mattingly's going to go with him. Can't afford to just have their ace throw 2 innings. So d'Arnaud is a 3. That's a 3-4 to a 3. And that's going to be a double. So double's happy in this game. The Braves are, as that one is hit deep to right field, over the right fielder's head. Garcia can't get there, and it one-hops the wall. It's a 5-6 to a -4. Duvall is up. That's going to be a strikeout. So much needed strikeout there from Rogers as he gets the first out of the inning. Dansby Swanson is up. That's a 5-6 to a 5. Same result. That's going to be a second strikeout in the inning. Maybe Rogers is getting a little angry. And he's facing Travis Demerit. Demerit singled and scored on the Olson home run in the last inning. Runner at second base with 2 outs, a 3-5. 3-5 to a 1 is going to be a third straight strikeout. So he gets Demerit looking. So after giving up a leadoff double, Rogers strikes out the side, and that takes us to the bottom of the third inning. Still 7-0 Atlanta. As we're replaying this game from May 20th of 2022, and that's going to bring up Stallings, Rojas, and back to the top of the order with Chisholm against Charlie Morton. It's a 1-2 to a -7. That'll be a ground out to the catcher, and d'Arnaud makes the play. That's going to be out number 1. A 2-5 to a -5. 2-5 to a -5. It will be a fly out to right field. Let's check the error for Demerit. No error on the play. He makes it. And he squeezes it for out number 2. That takes us back to the top of the order with Jazz Chisholm Jr. He walked and was caught stealing in his first at bat. Here's a 3-6. A 3-6 to a 16 will be a fly out. That's a fly ball to center field. And Duvall is there for the out number 3. 3-3 down for Charlie Morton in the bottom of the third. 7-0 Braves. We go to the top of the fourth inning. Trevor Rogers still in the game. He's at 18 batters now. He can go 22 before he has to be brought down 1 column. So let's see if we can get another inning out of Rogers. Acuna is up and then Olson, then Albies. Acuna has 2 strikeouts on the day. There's a 1-5. 1-5 to a 31 is going to be a ground out. This time he makes contact, but he hits it right to the second baseman, Chisholm. Chisholm is up with it and gets him by a step at first, and that brings up Matty Olson. Olson 2 for 2 with a home run and a double. That's a 4-4. What is a 4-4 going to yield? That'll be a double play or a strikeout. So this time Rogers gets him looking, and Ozzie Albies, look at that. In the middle of the order is 2 for 6 for 6. I'm sorry, 5 for 6. No, 5 for 5. 5 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 5. So that's a good way to score a lot of runs. Anyway, Ozzie Albies is up. He is 1 for 2 with a single, 2 runs scored already. That's a 2-4. 2-4 is usually going to be a strikeout, and it is. And that'll be out number 3 as Rogers is on the strikeout train. He gets 2 more, and he's up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Ks in the first 4 innings. So the Braves are yielding the strikeouts, and Rogers is getting them. But he's yielded a lot of runs also. So we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. It is 7-0 Braves, and Aguilar, Soler, and Garcia will be facing off against Charlie Morton. It's a 4-4 to a 12. 4-4 to a 12 is going to be a walk. Not really a threat to steal here with Aguilar, especially with Soler up. Soler hit a bomb last night. That's a 1-6. That's a fly ball to left center field. It's deep, but it's playable by Duvall, and that'll be out number 1. No advance. Or actually, there is an advance for the runner. He's going to go 16 is a fly ball with a runner advance. So makes the out, runner advances to second. That brings up Garcia, who is a -3, and a 3-4 to a -3. That'll be a double, and that's good for an RBI. So Avisail Garcia doubles to left center field, and that will bring in Jesus Aguilar. And the Marlins get on the board in the bottom of the 4th inning. They're down 7-1 now with Anderson up. Anderson 1 for 1 with a single all the way back in the 2nd inning. There's a 5-5. 5-5 to a 12 will be a line out or a pop if it's 7 or greater on the 9. That's a pop out. So Morton induces the pop up. And the Braves put it away. 1 out. I'm sorry, 2 outs and a runner at second base. Excuse me, Jesus Sanchez is up. He fouled out. He fouled out in his last at bat. That's what it was. So Sanchez, that's a 5-6 to a 3. 5-6 to a 3 will be a strikeout. And Morton gets him swinging to end the inning. But the Marlins do strike for 1 as they get 1 run on 1 hit. They do leave a runner at second base. And we are headed to the top of the 5th inning. Going to pull Rogers here. Let me see if I can find a pitcher for Miami that can fill a few innings. Okay, the new pitcher for the Marlins is going to be Cody Poteet. And Poteet is a bit of a long reliever for the Marlins. They project him to have 13 starts in 24 games. And, they're projecting him to have 13 starts. So we'll see how this goes for him. He has a 4.25 FIP, so he will be pitching out of this 3rd. Actually, let's just pitch him out of the 2nd column. He's a little bit of a tweener. I like to give up to 4.25 into this column. So he's right on the border of the 2nd and 3rd column. He can go 16 batters, so maybe he'll be able to eat a few innings here in the middle of the game. So we got a new pitcher, and he'll be facing Riley Ozuna and d'Arnaud. Not an easy task coming right out of the bullpen. Rogers only went 4 innings, gave up 7 runs, but he did have a couple of innings decent there at the end. Here's a 5-6. A 5-6 from Poteet will be against 21. 5-6 is going to be a walk, and not a great way to start, but Riley has been on base 3 times now, so really good game for him. 1-5 to a 4. 1-5 to a 4. That'll be a base knock for Marcell Ozuna. Pushes Riley to second base. Got runners at first and second now, and Travis d'Arnaud stands in. He's 1 for 2. He had a double in his last at bat. Here's a 3-6. 3-6 to a 3. Will be a fly out. That's a fly out to straightaway right field. The right fielder Garcia puts it away for out number 1. 1 out and 2 on, and Adam Duvall stands in. There's a 2-3. Duvall is 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. That's a 2-3 to a -4, which I believe will be a ground out. It is. So it's a ground out to first base. Let's check the error first, and then we'll roll for the double play. No error. And so who's up with it? Aguilar is up with it over to Rojas. So we're going to assume that out at second. That's out number 2. And Duvall has pretty good speed here, so it's going to be tough to double him up. 1-7, he'll be safe at first. He is safe on the D9, a 1-7. So we're going to go 3-6 on the putout. That's going to move this runner over to third on the fielder's choice. And runners at the corners now for Dansby Swanson. He's a double strikeout victim as well. That's a 1-5 to a 5. A 1-5 to a 5 will be a single. So Dansby comes through with a base knock. And that will score the run from third. And let's go and try to send Duvall to third base on the single. It's a base hit to left field, but with 2 outs, Duvall is running hard, and let's see if he makes it. He does. So first to third as he gets in under the tag. And now we have runners at the corners. Again, 2 outs, and Travis Demeritte at the plate. It's a 5-6 to Demeritte, who already has a base hit on the day. 5-6 to a 1 is going to be a line out. I'm sorry, it's a strikeout. So Poteet gets out of it with a K, and that'll be the third out of the inning. The Braves do get 1 more, and the lead is now 8-1. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It'll be De La Cruz, Stallings, and Rojas against Charlie Morton, who's been very efficient and very good, giving up only 1 run so far. That's a 2-3 to De La Cruz, who is a 10. 2-3 to a 10 would be a ground out to the shortstop. No error on Swanson as he gets it over to Olson for out number 1. Stallings up. Here's a 3-5 to a -7. 3-5 to a -7. That'll be a strikeout for Morton. Not as many Ks today as you would expect from Charlie Morton. That's only strikeout number 2, balanced out with 2 walks. But he is getting a lot of ground balls here and a lot of flyouts, really, for Charlie Morton. This is Miggy Rojas. That's a 2-4. 2-4 is going to be a strikeout looking. And so maybe Charlie's going to go on a bit of a run here with strikeouts. As he strikes out 2 of the 3 batters in the 5th inning, Marlins go down very quietly, and it is 8-1 as we head to the top of the 6th inning. In the top of the 6th, it'll be back to the top of the order for the Braves. Acuna, Olson, and Albies. Acuna 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. He'll be facing off against Cody Poteet. Here's a 2-6. A 2-6, nothing here. 2-6 to a 31. That's going to be a base hit. So Ronald gets his first hit of the day. And let's go ahead and try to steal second. Give Ronald another steal, and he makes it in there safely. That will be stolen base number 1 for him today. Runner at second base now for Olson, who is a 36 batting runs. Poteet throws to him, and that's a 3-5 to a 36. That'll be a walk. So we fill in first base, and that'll be 2 on now for Ozzie Albies. Ozzie Albies is 1 for 2. He has a walk and a single. He's already scored a couple of runs, and let's see what he can do with the bat. Here's a 3-5. A 3-5 to an 11 is going to be a strikeout, so he is a victim looking. and that's going to be out number 1. So 1 out with Austin Riley up to the plate. Riley is 2 for 2, scored 3 runs. He has a home run, a double, and a walk, and now he's got 2 on with 1 out. That's a 2-6 to a 21. 2-6 to a 21 is going to be a single with an error check. So it's a base hit to left center. Let's see if there's an error on the play. There's not. So that's going to be a single. And let's see how we play out the runners. So everybody's going to move up 1. Let's go ahead and try to score Acuna from second base. He makes it in safely. So that's going to be an RBI for Riley. And we'll keep Olsen. No need to make the out at second base or third base with him in scoring position already. We'll save that if there's another base hit. So first and second now. RBI for Austin Riley. That's RBI number 5. So what a day for him. 5-6 to a 4. 5-6 to a 4 is going to be a strikeout. So 2 down now in the inning, and Travis d'Arnaud stands in. He's 1 for 3. That's a 3-5. A 3-5 to a 3 will be another strikeout. So Poteet gets him on, but then he strikes him out and only gives up 1 in that inning. But the Braves do add on. That's going to be a 9-1 lead now. They get 1 run on 2 hits. They do leave 2 on base. So that's 12 batters for Poteet. Maybe you can try to squeeze out 1 more inning just to give their bullpen some relief here. So it's going to be back to the top of the order for the Marlins against Charlie Morton. It's Jazz Chisholm, Aguilar, and Jorge Soler. It's a 4-5 to a 16. 4-5 to a 16 will be a single. So Chisholm with his first base hit of the day. Let's go and try to steal with him again. We're just going to keep cranking him out until he makes it. And he's in there safely with the stolen base. Aguilar now up with the runner in scoring position. Nobody out. A 2-2 to Aguilar. 2-2 off of Morton is going to be a double. Could have been worse. But that will score another run. And Chisholm comes in with the second run of the day off of Morton. Runner at second and Soler up. Nobody out in the inning. Here's a 1-1. 1-1 is going to be a strikeout off of Morton's column, and so that'll be a K. Out number 1 in the inning. Runner at second with 1 out. Avisail Garcia up. He doubled and had an RBI his last at bat. It's a 3-6. A 3-6 to a -3 is going to be a fly ball to right field. Demerit is there, makes the play. No need to chance it going to third. And here's a 4-5 to a 12. 4-5 to a 12 will be a base knock. And this is where you're going to want to chance it to send the runner home. So we're going to send Aguilar home. And a 1-5 on the D9, and he's safe. 6-9, he's out. And they gun him down. I didn't see where that was. So we'll just call him out. We'll just make something up, right? We'll go 7-2. And Ozuna gets the big man. We'll say that. So that's going to be a base hit for Anderson, and Aguilar gets caught at the plate. So they go for it and gamble and lose, and that will be third out of the inning. So the Marlins do get 1 run on 3 hits, and they leave 1 on base. And so that's going to be a 7-8-9-2 lead as we head into the top of the 7th inning and try to get Poteet through 1 more inning. He's facing the bottom of the order. It's Duvall, Swanson, and Demerit. Not much happening down here for the Braves, but this could be big trouble. There's a 2-2. 2-2 to a -4 is going to be a double off of the pitcher. And so that is the first hit of the day for Duvall as he doubles down the right field line and cruises into second base. Swanson up now with the runner in scoring position and nobody out. He had an RBI single his last at bat. Not going to fare as well this time. So 5-5 to a 5 would be a line out or foul out. And because that is greater than 6, that will be a foul out. So Dansby pops one up into foul territory, and the third baseman, Anderson, makes the play for out number 1. Runner at second base for Travis Demerit. It's a 5-6. 5-6 to a 1 is going to be a strikeout. So Poteet effective after the leadoff double. But Acuna is up. He's 1 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts. That's a 1-4. A 1-4 to a 3-1 is going to be a single, a long single. So that's going to be a hustle double for Ronald. And that's going to be another RBI for the Braves. So on a long single, any player with a speed of 6 or more turns that into a hustle double. All the players, all the runners, the base runners get 1 extra base. And any batter with a 7 or a 6 batting runs or better is going to turn that into a hustle double. So 2 for 5 now for Ronald in this game. And that's going to be, we're trying to gut it out here with Poteet, just get him through one more inning. But the Braves are already 1 in. They have a runner in scoring position. It's a 5-6 to Matty Olson. And a 5-6 is going to be a hit by pitch or a walk. With a 1 on the D9, that's going to be a hit by pitch. So Poteet plunks him. And Olson has got on base just about every way that you can in this game. There's 2 on now with 2 outs, and Ozzie Albies to the plate. It's a 4-5 to an 11. 4-5 to an 11 is a single. We'll just go ahead and keep everybody here since the game is out of hand. So that's going to be a knock. Bases loaded now, and the opportunity to get out of it for Poteet. Here's a 2-5 to Riley, who's a 21 batting runs. That'll be a fly ball to left field. No error on the play, thankfully, and that will be the end of the inning. As De La Cruz makes the third out, the Braves leave the bases loaded, but they do score 1 more, and that makes it an even 10 for this game. It's 10-2, Atlanta over Miami as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Charlie Morton still going strong. He's at 23 batters faced. He can go 24, so he's got another inning before he has to drop down and go to the Braves bullpen. He'll be facing Sanchez, De La Cruz, and Stallings. 3-4 to a 3. 3-4 to a 3 is going to be a double. So leadoff double for Jesus Sanchez. Sanchez's first hit of the game. The Dame too, but also the game. De La Cruz up now, left fielder for Miami. That's a 3-3 to a 10. 3-3 to a 10 is going to be a double. So that's back-to-back doubles, and that's a run-scoring 2-bagger down the right field line. And that will be an RBI for De La Cruz. Stallings stands in. There's a 2-3 to a -7. That'll be a ground out to the second baseman, Albies. He makes the play, and he goes 4-3 on the putout. That'll push the runner to third base, and it's going to be Miggy Rojas. Rojas is 0 for 2 in this game. Runner at third base, and only 1 out. So let's see if they can get him in. Probably won't be able to. A 5-6 to a -5 is going to be a strikeout. So big strikeout there for Charlie as he gets 1 step closer to stranding the runner at third. It's Jazz Chisholm to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with a single. It's a 2-6. 2-6 to a 16 is a single with an error check. So a single down the right field line. Demerit gets there and makes the play, but that will be an RBI for Jazz Chisholm as he knocks in the runner from third. And Morton gives up his 4th run of the day. Trying to get him through this inning, through 7, and he's got quite a cushion. He's still up 10-4, and let's see if he can get Aguilar. That's a 3-6 to a 12. 3-6 to a 12 would be a fly ball down the left field line. Ozuna's coming in hard, and he makes the running catch right at the line, and that'll be out number 3. But the Marlins do pick up 2 runs there, and its score is now 10-4. We're going to replace Charlie Morton come the next inning. So he goes 7. He gives up 4 runs. And we are also going to replace Poteet here in the top of the 8th. So let's find a new pitcher for the Marlins as Poteet comes in and gives them 3 innings. Does give up 3 runs, but he does get them to the back end of their bullpen. Okay, the new pitcher for the Marlins is going to be Anthony Bass. Bass with the 3.45 FIP, so that's going to put him in this first column. He can go 4 batters. So I have to end the game with a couple more pitchers here, but let's see if they can just throw up some zeros here at the end. It'll be Ozuna, d'Arnaud, and Duvall. A 1-6 is going to be a fly ball down the left field line, and the left fielder De La Cruz deep in the corner. He runs it down for out number 1. And this will be Travis d'Arnaud to the plate, a 1-2 to a 3. 1-2 to a 3 is a ground out to the shortstop, so that's out number 2. And a 3-5 to a -4. 3-5 to a -4, that's a strikeout. So third strikeout of the day, and that is the hat trick for Adam Duvall. Third out of the inning, Bass comes in and does an admirable job there. May even be able to get him to just finish out the last 2 innings here. He only went 3 batters. We need to get a new pitcher for the Braves, as Morton has gone 7 innings and given up 4 runs. And let's see who we can bring in. All right, new pitcher for the Braves is going to be the veteran Jesse Chavez. He comes in with the 4.04 FIP and can face 6 batters, so he'll be pitching out of the second column. And he'll be facing off against the heart of the Marlins order, Soler, Garcia, and Anderson. It's a 2-3 to a 15. 2-3 to a 15 is going to be a ground out to Dansby. Swanson is up with it and over to first for out number 1. Avisail Garcia. He's a -3, so 1-4 to a -3 would be a walk. So Garcia on for the second time today, and brings up Ryan Anderson. It's a 4-6 to Anderson, who is a 12 batting runs. So that'll be a double play or a strikeout. Since we have 1 out and a runner at first base, we're going to go for the double play. And that's going to be to Swanson. And that'll be a 6-4-3. And whenever there's a double play marked on here, that's an auto double play. You don't have to roll for it. So Swanson to Albies to Olsen, and that will end the inning. So Chavez comes in and gets some 3 up, 3 down. That is going to be, let's try to get 1 more inning out of Anthony Bass, as he'll be facing Swanson, Demerit, and Acuna Jr. Things get out of hand. He might have to bring someone else in. He's pitching out of this first column, so a 4-5. 4-5 to a 5 is going to be a fly ball. And that's a fly out to center field. The center fielder Sanchez makes the out, squeezes it for out number 1. Here's a 2-6 to Demerit, and a 2-6 would be a K, so Bass gets him looking for out number 2, and that brings up Ronald Acuna Jr. A 1-3 to Acuna, who is a 31. That's going to be a ground out. Hard hit to second base, but Chisholm is there to make the play. And that's going to be no runs on no hits. Nobody left on for the Braves in the 9th. And last opportunity here for the Marlins to make some noise. They are down 10-4 to Atlanta. This is Sanchez, De La Cruz, and Stallings against Jesse Chavez. The pitch from Chavez, 2-4 to a 3. Double play or a strikeout. And Jesse gets him with a perfectly placed fastball in the corner. And a 1-2 to De La Cruz, who is a 10. A 1-2 to a 10 is going to be a ground out. And that's a little grounder to Matt Olson, who will take it to first himself. And 1 more out left for the Marlins as I send Jacob Stallings to the plate. A 4-5. 4-5 is going to be a fly ball. That is into medium center field. Duvall retreats back a few steps. He makes the play. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Marlins in the 9th, and that's going to be your ball game. As Chavez comes in and he sets them down over the last 2 innings. So that's going to be a 10-4 win for the Braves. Let me go through and tally up the totals for each team. All right, and we're back with the totals. For the Braves, it's going to be 10 runs on 15 hits and no errors. For the Marlins, 4 runs on 8 hits and no errors. Our player of the game is going to be Austin Riley. Riley was 3 for 4, scored 3 runs, drove in 5, and added a walk, just for good measure. Other notables for the Braves: 2 for 6 for Acuna. He had a stolen base. 2 for 3 for Olson with a couple of RBIs. He had a home run back in the second inning. And 2 for 4 for Albies. He scored 2 runs but didn't drive anyone in. 2 for 5 for Ozuna, so a good day with an RBI double back in the first inning. Notable here, the golden sombrero for Demerit, as he struck out 4 times all in a row. And for the Marlins, Jazz Chisholm 2 for 3 with a stolen base and an RBI. And really not much else happening for them. Anderson, a couple of hits, but really nothing happening for the Marlins. No home runs in the game. Aguilar had a decent game, 1 for 3. He did have a walk and an RBI double in the, I want to say it was the 4th or the 6th. It was one of these. The 6th, I guess he had this RBI here. For the pitchers, Morton gets the win. He goes 7 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, and 5 Ks. Chavez comes in and strikes out 1, walks 1, and shuts down the Marlins for the last 2 innings. Trevor Rogers, a tough start, 4 innings, 8 hits, 7 runs, 1 strikeout, but he didn't. 9 strikeouts, but he did have a walk. And Poteet comes in, provides some relief, 3 innings, 7 hits. He does give up 3 runs, but he has 5 Ks. And then Anthony Bass shut down the Braves over the last 2 innings. So this is our 2022 Braves Instant Replay. Braves at Marlins. The actual game was 5-3, and so this game winds up 10-4 after a serious power barrage in the first 2 innings for the Braves as they jumped all over Trevor Rogers. This is On Base Baseball. If you want to buy On Base, you can go to onbasebaseball.com, and we have lots of different choices, different seasons. You can buy carded versions. You can buy roster sheet sets, which are entire decades of players that basically you transfer them over. This is how I'm playing this game. I'm just finding the players in the lineup, transferring them over using their values, which are on the roster sheet, and then you play the game as normal. Instead of flipping cards, you're using the game engine chart here, which the cards essentially have the game engine chart on them. So if a player is a 30 plus batting runs player, I've taken this column, put that onto his card. And so it's a little bit more individualized that way, but it is essentially the same as the game engine chart. And one of the cool parts about the decade roster sheets is you can actually have contextualized game engine charts. So for whatever decade, so for the 1960s, the outcomes look and feel like the outcomes for the 1960s. So I'm using, this one is a for the modern era, so things are a little bit different. There's a lot more strikeouts, bigger chances for home runs and things like that, especially, for these guys who are in the 10 to 30 range, a little bigger opportunity. So more offense, more strikeouts, generally, and for the pitchers in the 50s, 60s, 70s, the strikeout opportunities aren't quite as high, and the pitching is generally a little better when you get into these, even all the way to the backside of the pitching columns here. So something to try out and check out if you want to play along with these projected rosters like I have today. You can join the Facebook group. I'll put that link down in the description and answer a few questions, and I'll let you into the group. It's a private group. And I have been sharing the updated roster sheets as I've been playing these different games in these series. And you can play along too using the updated roster. So you can take whatever from today and play out the rest of the season, or you could take from today and play from the beginning of the season, whatever you wanted to do. This is actually a trial run for doing a projected roster sheet set for 2023. So that's in the works and in the plans for next year. So as soon as the Zips projections are available in the spring, I will put together a roster sheet set for the entire 2023 season. I'll make that available for purchase as well. And then you can pre-play or play along with the season at hand, which is kind of a cool and maybe a new way to play along with the season. Okie doke. I think that's it for here. So Braves win this one 10-4. Austin Riley has a huge game, and I think that's it. That's all for me, and I'll see you again next time.